What is going on, guys? It is Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to record gameplay on your PlayStation 5 console. Now, in this video I'll be showing you how to record with just your PlayStation 5. No capture card or PC or smartphone is required. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't any tools that you can use that will make your gameplay better. For example, a high-quality gaming headset or microphone can make your voice sound a lot better when recording gameplay, and if you want your footage to look a lot better, I would recommend using an editing software on PC or on your phone to edit your gameplay. But all you really need to actually start recording is just your PlayStation 5 console, which is what I'll be showing you in today's video. So before we start recording, I just want to change a few settings to make the recording experience a lot better. So let's head up to the settings menu, and then I'm going to go down all the way to the bottom to captures and broadcasts. In here, go into captures and then shortcuts for the create button, and in here we can map what the create button on our controller actually does. So the create button is our all-access ticket to recording on the PlayStation 5. It performs all the functions that we use when we are recording footage, so mapping it out to our liking is really important. Now, I just have the standard layout because that just works for me, but if you recorded a lot on the PlayStation 4 and you're used to that layout, you can change it to that using the easy video clips option. But for today's video, I'm going to use the default standard layout. So with this layout, pressing the create button once displays the controls, pressing and holding takes a screenshot, and pressing it twice saves a clip of recent gameplay. Now, below the button mapping, we can change the length of the recent gameplay clip. So this feature basically allows us to retroactively record what has just happened in our game. So the PlayStation 5 is always recording a certain amount of time in the past. So if we miss an epic action gameplay moment, we can go into the create menu and we can re-record what just happened in our game. So this option allows us to control how far back we can record. The default, I believe, is 30 seconds, but I have mine at 3 minutes just so I can record a little bit more back in time. You can set yours as high as 1 hour, so if you just want to do some gaming for a little bit and then record after the fact, you can do that just by selecting a longer amount of time here. But I like mine at 3 minutes just in case I missed something, I can re-record it. So that's the option I'm going to select right here. Now we can back out of the create button menu here, and now we can go down to video clip format. And in here we can change some important settings for the file type and a few audio settings. Now if you have a 4K display, you will see a fourth option here that allows you to change the resolution of your recordings. Unfortunately, I'm using a barbaric HD monitor, which does not allow me that option. But if you have a 4K or higher resolution display, you will see this option right here. So basically you can change it from regular old HD or all the way up to 4K. Now, there are some downsides to recording in 4K. One, you can only record in the WebM file type. So WebM is more optimized for the PlayStation 5. It says here it's most efficient, which is great for playback on the PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, if you want to use this footage on your PC or on your smartphone, it's not going to be too accessible. It's going to be hard to view because of the file type that it is. So keep that in mind when recording in 4K. You will be more limited with what you can do with the footage after the fact. Another downside to recording in 4K is that higher quality footage takes up a lot more space on your console. So if you have limited storage on your PlayStation 5, be careful not to record too much in 4K. Otherwise, you will run out of space really quickly. Now, my console only gives me the option to change the file type here, so I like mine in MP4 just because I do like using my footage on other devices, and it's a lot more compatible in the MP4 format. But if I were just using this footage on the PlayStation 5, I would probably just record in WebM because it's a lot more efficient, and you can use it more easily just on your console. Below the file type option here, we have some audio settings, so we can include our microphone audio, which if you want to hear your voice, you need to have this option turned on. And if we're in a party with friends and we want their voices to also be heard, be sure to have include chat audio enabled right here. Now, if you want to use your own microphone in gameplay recordings, you actually have to add it in the sound settings first. So to do that, head out of the capture settings and then head up to sound. In here, just be sure that the microphone input device is set to your own personal microphone. And in here, we can also adjust the microphone levels. So if it's too low or too high, we can move this slider up or down. And then we can change the microphone status settings in here as well. So that about does it for all of the relevant settings we should change before we start recording. So now let's actually jump into a game and start a capture. So I'm going to use Need for Speed Rivals because that is currently the game that is on my PlayStation 5 right now. Alright, so now that I am in a game, I can start my recording by just pressing the create button, and in here it gives me a few different options to choose from. So over here on the left, I can save a recent gameplay clip, so that's what I mentioned earlier, where I can just retroactively record what just happened in game. So for me, if I press this, it would record the last 3 minutes of gameplay, but if you have a different time frame set, it will record that amount of time and save it to your capture gallery. The middle option here is to just take a screenshot. Over here on the right, we can start a new recording, which is what we care about. All the way over here, we can start a broadcast. So if we want to live stream, we can do that right here. If you'd like a tutorial on how to live stream on your PlayStation 5, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And the last option here on the right are just a few more capture options. So this is basically a quick menu to change a few of the settings I did earlier. So if we want to change the screenshot or video file type, we can do that right here. And if we want to change the chat and microphone audio settings, we can do that here as well. Alright, so let's actually start our recording. We can go over here to the option on the right here, and we can start our capture. So you can tell we're recording by the icon in the upper middle part of the screen. That won't actually appear in the recording, it's just there to let us know that a capture has started. So from here I can just do whatever I want. I can drive around in the game, record all my gameplay, and when I'm satisfied and when I'm done recording, I can once again press the create button, and it'll give me just one option this time to stop the recording. So now it's been saved to our capture gallery, so we can view that over here on the left. This is new for the PlayStation 5. They now have a mini preview where we can view our footage while we're still in the game, which is kind of cool. We can share this immediately. We can upload it to YouTube, or we can add it to Twitter, or we can just share it with our local party. We can edit the footage right here in game, so if we want to trim out some parts, we can do that right here. So if I don't like this beginning part where I'm just sitting around, I can cut that out, and I can trim that so it's a little less boring there. Save it as new. And while I was still in the game, I was able to edit my video clip. That is pretty cool, so I can now back out of here. And if I want to favorite this for the media gallery, I can do that. We can also full screen this, so if we want to view our footage in a more full screen view, we can do that. And if we want even more options, we can go to the media gallery. This will take us out of the game, and in here we can view all of our game clips and screenshots and captures. So here's the clip I just recorded, and in here we have just two other options. So we can either copy this footage over to a USB drive, which is convenient if we want to edit it on our smartphone or computer. Now, if we want to just edit it right here on the PlayStation, we also have that option to just move it over to the Share Factory Studio. I'm going to have a video out on how to edit using the Share Factory Studio application in a couple days, so if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. That'll be on the channel very soon. But in case you don't know what the Share Factory Studio is, it is basically a free editing application that comes with all PlayStation 5s. In my opinion, it is the best free editing software you can get on any console, maybe even any device in general. It is just that good. So if you want a great tool to edit your footage right here on your console, I would recommend using the Share Factory. And then we also have the option to view a little information about this footage. This can be helpful if we are actually moving the footage around on a USB drive, because for some reason PS5 gives all these footage clips very descriptive names like Need for Speed Rivals 202104114 ... So if you're getting confused as to which clip is which, you might need to view it here in the information tab. We can even rename it here if we want to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. So that about does it for today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below. If you have any questions about how to record on your PlayStation 5, also leave those in the comments down below. Other than that, I've been Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide, and be sure to have a wonderful rest of your day.